YouTube, what's going on? Flag 1122 back again for Synth Pop Review. Very excited today. Get to talk about a band that I love. I love almost all the bands that I talk about. This kind of channel it is, but I'm stoked to talk about New Order again, and I'm very thrilled to review Video 586, which is one of their rare singles. And a couple of months ago, I was able to pick it up for next to nothing at a flea market, little dirt merchant flea market of all places. The guy had no idea what he had, and I got it for, I think, just a couple bucks, you know. And it was this single was released in '97 under the Touchtone 7 label, which I'm not that familiar with. I think it's a Warner offshoot or something like that. But it came out in 1982 originally, and Bernard Sumner, the lead singer of New Order, and Stephen Morris, the drummer, got together, and they came up with this instrumental. It's just, you can hear it in the background. It's just throbbing. It's just a club anthem, really. You know, I mean, I can see them putting this on, you know, back in the day in the Hacienda, and the floor just exploding. You know, it's just got that heat in it, that energy. You know, you can just feel the decadence of the early '80s just pouring out of the music. I've listened to this thing over and over and over in the months that I've had it. It's almost 23 minutes long. Yeah, it's 22 minutes, 25 seconds long. And like I said before, I was very fortunate to come across it, especially the price that I paid. I know that they released this in several different versions here. I have a few notes. I don't usually like to make notes, but I didn't know a lot about the history of this thing, but composed primarily by Bernard Sumner and Stephen Morris. Prime 586 and Video 586 was an early version of the rhythm elements that would later become like Blue Monday, you know. So you hear a lot of this kind of samples of what would later become Blue Monday, and I know also Ultraviolence too. So it's kind of a prototype for those songs, really. And Tony Wilson, the sort of manager, kind of all-around psychopath of Factory Records, late '70s, early '80s. He wanted something to play in the grand opening of the Hacienda, and I know they played this song in the grand opening of the Hacienda. The Hacienda, if you're not familiar with the Hacienda, if you don't know about the history and the rise and fall of Factory Records in Manchester, England, the Hacienda was the club that Tony Wilson, who started Factory Records, opened to sort of showcase the groups that were under the banner, his Factory Records banner. So he opened this club so he could play all this fantastic music that from these bands that he had signed on there, and they played this Video 587, you know, on the opening night of the Hacienda. Hacienda has since closed, you know. I think the space is used for something else now, but there's a whole history behind Factory Records and Hacienda. And if you're interested in bands like Joy Division or New Order or the Happy Mondays, you know, Sean Ryder, I urge you to go out there and do a little bit more research about Factory Records. I will eventually try to cover maybe the history of Factory Records, because it deals with a lot of music that I really like from the era. You know, the post grunge, pre kind of new wave scene. There was kind of a transitional period right there. But anyway, back to this. I really love the design, the sleeve design on this. It's kind of got that New Order sort of minimalist element, the Peter Saville element to it, you know. Although I don't know if Peter Saville designed the sleeve, the cover for this. I just don't know. But it looks like he may have, you know. And Peter Saville was the designer that did a lot of those classic New Order covers and sleeves and inserts, and he's just a brilliant man. And I'd like to get, he has this collection of all his artwork for the sleeves that he did, but I don't know if he did this or not. But it looks like he did. I'm sure I could research it more, but I'm quite lazy. But anyway, you can see it kind of slows down, you know, in parts, and then kind of speeds back up. We're at the close to the 13-minute mark right now, so it's kind of, you know, it's kind of calming down a little bit. I imagine, you know, when they play this on the dance floor, you know, you could just kind of chill out maybe and talk to your friends or get a drink or God snort some coke, who knows. But definitely has that just heavy, like, synth percussion there on the small drum kits, you know, the drum kits they use for Blue Monday. I really like that. That's a really tight sound, man. I'm so happy that I picked this up. And as far as the chart positions, the UK singles chart, this is in the 97 chart. When this was released, it charted in 86 was the peak position, and it peaked at number 19 on the UK indie singles chart. I'm reading that right here. I hate reading shit like that. It's ridiculous. Anyway, I just love it. And New Order, I don't have to say anything about New Order. New Order is fantastic. I so hope that they can work their differences out and we get a new release for New Order someday. I know they came out with a few months back the Lost Sirens, which was the kind of missing lost songs that were on Waiting for the Sirens Call, their last real release. But you know, Vernon Sumner and Stephen Morris and Gillian Gilbert, they've got kind of their own little world over here. And then Peter Hook, the bass player, he's off on his own journey, you know. And I know Peter and Bernard have always had friction, you know, and there's been a lot of bad blood shed between the two of them. But man, fingers crossed, you know, because I could definitely go for some New Order. Terrible joke. But if you can find this, pick it up. I don't even know if you can download this anywhere. I know you can probably download truncated versions of this, shortened versions of it, but it's almost impossible to find the like 23-minute version of it, you know. But so good luck. You can find it on eBay. You know, I saw it on eBay about a month ago, and it was going for like $60 for this one single. So I know it's a little pricey, but if you're a New Order fan, pick it up because you'll love it. Anyway, that's all from me, guys and gals of the synth pop community. I continue to enjoy this channel. Exciting news, I've got a buddy that's going to jump on this channel and is going to start doing reviews. Really cool guy, and he's really knowledgeable, knows a lot about this new synth movement and this vice wave stuff that's coming out that all the kids are talking about. Anyway, I hope you have a fantastic week and a great weekend. I'll talk to you again real soon.